Alright, in this session we want to uh, install ZAP Proxy and intercept web traffic. So right now I'm going on my Kali. The command is you can actually do this. First of all, you need to update your packages by using sudo apt update, alright, and then this. So if you do this, it will update to the latest packages and then you can install your ZAP Proxy. But in this case, I've already updated mine, so I'm just going to run directly sudo apt install ZAP Proxy. So we hit the enter button and then enter your password, and then the ZAP will install. And then after the ZAP is done, we need to configure it with our we need to configure the ZAP with our web browser so that it can actually intercept the traffic. So let's wait for our web browser to open so that we can intercept the traffic and see how it works. Alright. So just give it a moment while the web browser opens so that we can configure it. So once that is done, you just run ZAP Proxy. Alright. So we are done with the installation. While we are waiting for the Firefox to open so we can configure it to intercept the traffic, just run ZAP Proxy. If you want to see help on how you can actually make use of it, you do ZAP Proxy help, and that should give you the help menu on what you can actually, the commands that you can actually run on it. So that is it. So it's coming up. So okay, our web browser is opening. That's it. So we are good to go. So now we go back to ZAP. Just give it a moment. We go back to our ZAP. So that's the help menu that is loading. So I can simply exit this and go back to run ZAP. So I will remove the help button and just say ZAP Proxy. So ZAP is going to open. So we need to generate the certificates, and then we also need to set up our local proxy. So let's see how that works. So before then, if you already know what you are going to configure, you can simply go to your web browser, which is the Firefox. So I'm just going to close some pages here, or some windows, I mean to say. So we have this window. So here you go to settings. When you go to settings here, so this is where we are going to import the certificate of the ZAP into the web browser so that we can be able to intercept the traffic. So here you can simply type certificates. I will show you how to get here. Certificates. Right. So if you type certificate, you can see this. So you click on view. So if you go to view, this is where we are going to import the ZAP Proxy certificate into. Once the ZAP is loaded, we are going to generate, and then under the authority we go to import. So let's wait for ZAP to load so that we can actually do that. ZAP is still loading. We need to generate the certificate first, and then after this is done, the next thing we can do is to configure the network. So we can simply say network. Alright, if you go to network, go to settings, and then under this use manual proxy. So whatever proxy we are going to have there, we can set this to be local proxy, or we use 127.0.0.1. then here the port number we can use 8080, or you change it to 8081. The same thing here, the same thing all over. So copy this and paste it here. I will show you how to do this on your ZAP as well. So this is 8081. So here too you can also do 80, 81, and then the same 127.0.0. So you can see ZAP is opening. So let's wait for it to finish loading. So 127.0.0.1. So we can use any of these. All right, we can use any of these. So we can go with SOC 5 because SOC 5 covers all protocols. All right, so that is it. So leave this the way it is. Just simply click on OK. So this settings here is fine. So for now let's uncheck this. For now let's uncheck this for now, and then here check OK. So let's see. We go back to certificates, where we are going to import the certificates. And then we wait for ZAP to come up so that we can actually generate the certificate and import it here. So once that is done, we should be able to intercept traffic to and from our web browser using the ZAP proxy. So if we do not want to use the ZAP proxy, we can use Bobsuit to also do that, which Bobsuit is very, very popular as well. So give it a moment while it's still loading. That may take a little bit. That may take some time to finish loading. We can also go back to the network and include the HTTPS while the ZAP is loading, so that we can also intercept HTTPS traffic as well. So you can check the box for this, and then OK. We come back to certificates. So let's see. ZAP is still loading. So just hold on, wait for it. So I'm just going to pause. Alright, so
Okay.
ZAP is done. So here we are just going to select. I do not want to persist this session at the moment in time, so click on start. So ZAP is starting. So there was a mistake we made here earlier, so I'm just going to correct it. This is it. So we have included 127.0.0.1 for the SOC 5. So here, okay, that is it. So I'm going back again so you can see in case you missed anything. So this is the proxy. Put it on manual proxy, and then instead of using localhost, is the same as 127.0.0.1. So the port number is 8081, and then if you want HTTPS traffic to be captured as well, so you check this box, and then you can use SOC 5. Once you're done, you click on OK. Are you done? Are you done with this?
Okay. Wait.
All right. So we can go to the next stage, right?
Wait.
All right. All right. So click on OK, and then the next thing to do is to go to certificates, search for certificates, and then wait. Then we go back to our ZAP. ZAP is open here. Look at our ZAP here. So we need to go to, under the ZAP, you go to tools, right? Click on tools. When you click on tools, you go to options. Go to options. go to options. So when you go to options, you scroll down to network. You scroll down to network. Look at network here. Then you go to server certificates. So this is it here. So under the server certificates, you are going to see generate. So click on generate. Click on OK. And then click on save. So you save it to a directory. Save it to a directory. You can save it to your desktop. You can save it to your document. So anywhere you want to save it, let's save it to desktop. So we click on save. Okay. That's it. So when you are done, click on save and then go back to local proxies. So look at the proxy here. We have to change this to match what we used earlier. So on the web browser, so we use 8081 and then here we use 127.0.0.1. So that is it. So click on OK. That's it. So it has synchronized with the web browser now. So we just need to go back to the web browser this time around and import. This time around we are going to go and import from the desktop. Alright, so when we click on the import, we are getting to this place here, this directory. So we go to where we the path to which we saved the ZAP proxy certificates to. So we go to desktop. So if you navigate to desktop, look at the ZAP proxy here. So what we simply do now is that we click on select the certificate here and then click on open. So that should import the certificate. So look at it, trust this certificate, then click on OK. Trust this certificate authority to identify email users. We don't want to do anything with email for now, so just select only website for now and then OK. So and then here you can click OK as well. That's it. So click on OK as well. So we're done with that. So now if we open both of them together, you notice that anything we put on any site we visit, if we open another if you open another tab on the Firefox, for example, we say test php.vulnerweb.com, alright, and hit enter. Alright, we should be able to intercept the traffic in using our ZAP. So the traffic should come here. Look at it here. Look at the traffic, it has come in. That's it there. So this is how to intercept a web traffic, alright, using the local proxy via the ZAP tool. So we can actually use Bob Suite as well. So here now, you notice that if anything I do here, let's say I want to sign up to this page here, alright, let me bring it out so you can see the way it works. Look at it here. Look at my ZAP. Just hold on, let me minimize the ZAP so you can see that. So look at my ZAP. Alright, take a look at this place. Then look at the site here. If I log in with the default username and password, for example, and hit OK, and then I go to the ZAP. Alright, ZAP should capture the traffic. So look at it, post. So if I go to post for the ZAP, I should be able to see that password that I used. Look at it here. Look at the post. So if I double click on this, look at it, is there test. That is the user ID and password. So this is how to actually set up your ZAP using your Kali pen test tool. and then also intercept any web traffic that you want to. So this is basically done whereby organization one wants to monitor their users activities on the internet. They can actually set up this proxy server to be able to do that. So any site, let's assume a site was restricted from users visiting that particular site, and the user goes ahead to visit. This is one of the ways the administrators can actually see the site that the user actually visited and the activities that the user performed on the site, because anything you do on the site will definitely be shown here. And then aside from that, if you want to actually scan a site, like example this site here, if you want to perform web penetration testing to see the vulnerabilities on this website, so you can simply click on this and go to attack. If you go to attack, you can set it to spider, and then spider will scroll this website. All right, after that is, so you can select the scope. There's a lot to what we can do here, but just for the demonstration's sake, I will leave it here. So you can see spider is scrolling the site right now. It's scrolling down, crawling the site to check for all the vulnerabilities that this site has. And once it's done, it will push to the alert here that you are going to be seeing each of the vulnerabilities and how to actually implement security control to protect against it. All right, so these are so once it's done, the information will be dumped there. So it's still scanning. All right, it's still scanning. So let's just wait for the spider to finish scanning. Okay, 100% is done. So go to alert, you will see everything here. And then aside from that, once you're done with the spider, you can now go back, right click and go to attack. So please ensure that you do this on a website that you have permission to perform this attack on, because this is testphp.vulnerweb.com. is a vulnerable website that you can actually perform some kind of attacks on. All right, this is what penetration testers use and medical hackers. So if you do not have any permission to attack any website, please don't do that, because you will definitely be detected. So don't do this on any website you do not have permission on. All right, this is solely for educational purposes. So thank you for watching this video, and see you in our next session. All right, so subscribe to our channels and like and follow us on other channels that we have. And if you are interested in our IT trainings, you can actually get in touch with us and we'll take you on a one-on-one session, or we schedule you for other classes that we have available. Thank you for watching.